Hi everyone, and welcome to not a Transformer review this time, but for today's review we are going to be taking a look at a video game character which is made by Capcom. And joining here is my dad.
Yeah, I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun. So he's like, hey, wait a minute. Let me introduce you. Anyway, okay. This person, I remember seeing him years ago, and he was a playable character in another section of the game. The first time I seen this character, he was quiet but deadly, if that makes sense. This guy come out and we were all blown away of what this system did and how it did it, and it become a worldwide phenomenon. Not just here in America, it went out through the rest of the world, and this person, he was one of the bad guys. He was a formidable opponent to fight against. He kind of resembled Wolverine, if that makes sense.
From X-Men.
So when I saw what he had on one of his hands, I was like, whoa, this guy really means business. And then you had to fight him, and then you found out that he was not playing around. If you blinked, he will take advantage of you, and he will slice you in half.
And also, I had a lot of fun of playing the character that we are taking a look at.
Right.
Unlike some of the others.
Excuse me. Now, to give a little backstory, Colton didn't know anything about this particular game, and me and Colton played it, and
I played it on a different game console that you can download past games on.
So he likes his character. He's played this character. I've played this character before. Once you get the dynamics of how he moves and what you need to do on the control pad, it's pretty satisfying. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, it's kind of weird.
To me, I had a lot of fun controlling him, unlike most of the others from this fighting game that we are going to take a look at.
Because I want to show him some of my past of where decades ago, where I come from, where I grew up and stuff like that, and what we was exposed to at that time. So it's only right for me to show him and give him some of the back history of this person playing this character and stuff like that. And Colton likes playing the game, and once we turn the camera around, you'll see what we're talking about. But anyway, so I told Colton that this was an actual game, and we did all play it, and it became to be, like I said, a worldwide phenomenon. I remember the first one, and y'all see what I'm saying here in a minute, but the first one wasn't as good. It was set up in the arcade. And that's where I remember a lot of people playing it, was in the arcade. Fast forward a couple years later, they perfected it, made it better, and to where it was common in every household. with the system. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So my past transferred to him to let him know some of the stuff that happened back in the day that people still enjoy today. As far as the system and even the game. So, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let Colton talk and take it away.
And that is about it. So I guess we'll just turn the camera around and show y'all what we are talking about this character from a video game that we were talking about.
So we will see y'all here in a minute.
Stay tuned. And here we are at the reviewing area, and here we have this figure that we were talking about. And this is the SH Figuarts Vega from the Capcom video game Street Fighter. But this version of Vega from the SH Figuarts line is from Street Fighter 5 here.
Yes. And if y'all said Street Fighter, if y'all said Vega, you're right. It is this guy right here. And remember what I said? He had a kind of like a Wolverine kind of personality to him.
That's the one right there.
That is a very sharp claw that he uses in his video game. In the Street Fighter 2. Now remember what I said about the first one wasn't that good, but the second one, when it come out on the Super NES,
which is Street Fighter 2, but this version is from Street Fighter 5.
Right, but what I'm saying is that this Street Fighter 2 changed the way we fought on home systems. Before Street Fighter, it was kind of basic and generic, but when they come out with Street Fighter 2, they had a winner on their hands, and it revolutionized how everything was done. And it pretty much made the way from stuff that went on. Now, we're talking about 1990, what is it, 1991 or 2?
It was in the early 1990s.
Yes.
Which is the year the Super Nintendo came out.
In the early 90s, and I forgot what year it was, but
it was like 1991.
A friend of ours had this, and he brought it over and he played it, and we set it up on the TV and was like, wow, look at this. We did not have a Super NES 2 at that time. After playing this game and some other games, it was like, we got to get it. So that was kind of the backstory, and Vega was a playable character, if I'm right, but I think you had to put in some codes, or you had to know what codes to put in to be him and play him. And then it's kind of jumbled up. We're talking way back then. So I do know that you could pick him when this character was released as a playable character. But anyway, that's enough of the game. This right here is what SH Figuarts
SH Figuarts
did, and they did an excellent sculpting of Vega. And I'm going to let Colton get on with the review, but that's some of the backstory. And Colton told me, he's like, I'm going to get one of these Street Fighter guys in Vega. And I was like, that would be awesome. Because he's kind of a mixture between Wolverine and Jason. You kind of get what I'm saying. See, Jason wears a mask. Wolverine wears a claw. And he kind of also looks like a bullfighter with the red sash on him, you know, from Spain. So I don't know what part he plays in all of that, but it's kind of like they took 3 people and put it in one. This guy in the game, he was very dangerous, and if you let him get the upper hand on you, he will pound you into the ground. Very good character. I did see him in the animated movie that they had with him and Chun-Li.
That there is a Street Fighter 2 animated movie or an anime, if you can call it. There's also a live action one, and Vega was, of course, in it. Yeah. And that came out in the mid 1990s. Yes.
So this is Figuarts, SH Figuarts. I think that they did a really good job. I'm going to let Colton get on with the sculpting, articulation, the box, and everything else that goes with them. There's a lot that goes with them, believe it or not. So that's my time, and there's Colton.
Okay, so before we take a look at the figure itself, of course, we need to take a look at the box. Now, the inside, it is supposed to have that clear case where the figure here displays in, but I took it out, and I have it right next to me. But taking a look at the box here, at the top here, you have on this upper corner here, you have SH Figuarts, and on the bottom here it says Fighting Body. And here, which is very reflecting, says Tamashii Nation's quality, with the hard and like bull horns on it. And on this side, which is on sideways, you have some words here. Has his name, Street Fighter 5. A nice picture of Vega here. And on the bottom you have Bandai, Tamashii Nations. On one side, you have another nice, beautiful picture of Vega here. The other side just have his name.
Now on that side it says number 10, so evidently they must have more figures besides this one. If this is number 10,
Yeah.
then there's got to be others.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they did make other figures
Okay.
in the SH Figuarts line. On the top you have just all white with some clear windowing here, but it does have Street Fighter 5. On the bottom, another picture of Vega. And on the back, it shows you what he can do.
He can climb a fence. No, he can climb a fence.
Yes.
He was very good in the game, and once he got on the fence, you had to be careful because that was one of his signature moves. Once he got on the fence, if you didn't get him down, he was coming after you after you leaped off the fence.
And that's about it for the box. And here is the figure here.
Looking at him, they did a really good job. They did do a really good job. And if I'm right, Vega also had another special move where he would roll up into a ball, do a couple of flips, and swing at you with his claws. Yes, that was another move he had.
Now, I did play him in the Super Nintendo system, but it was not on the Super Nintendo. It was actually on...
Kind of like a console. Kind of like... So, anyway, he did play him as a character. And, I guess, Colton, did you really like him?
Yes.
Out of all the other characters? Is that the reason why you picked Vega? Because he's the one that you mostly liked?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I had a lot of fun playing as him.
Okay.
So I did played as him from the Super Nintendo, but it was on the Nintendo Wii, because the Nintendo Wii has some Super Nintendo games where you can download them.
Yes, from the past, and this was one of them from the past. So Colton got to play Vega, and I guess Colton really liked Vega. Nothing wrong with that, you know. Vega was a silent, I want to say a quiet but deadly assassin. I think that's the role he took. I could be wrong. It's been decades since I've seen the animated series. I have to go back and recall.
And also play the game.
Yeah, he was a bad guy. He was a bad guy. He was one of the villains.
Right. But let's get a closer look at Vega here. So as you can see, does have a really nice looking mask with some purple on it there. And the mask is also removable, but there's well it is removable, but I'll show y'all what he has underneath his mask.
Don't tell me it's one of them magnets. you took off the mask, there's nothing there. Because it takes a magnet to keep the mask. Anyway, go ahead. It all popped in my head.
But he does have some nice painted in eyes. If I can show y'all in the light, right there, some nice blue eyes on him. And the hair does look really nice as well. He even does have the ponytail here. And the top here. Going down to his body here. Some nice sculpting work on the muscle skin on him. He even does have a nice, like, purple snake tattoo on him.
Right. Yeah, now that's a neat little addition to it. That's awesome. I never really paid attention if he had a tattoo on him or not. I guess he does. Purple tattoo of a dragon?
No, it kind of, to me, looks like a snake.
Okay.
But he does have more of that purple snake tattoo on his arm here. Some nice gold paint on his bracelets. Even one here on his arm here. And he does have a nice detailed scarf, or
I think that's a sash, but I could be wrong. I think that's a red sash.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and go with sash. And the sash is a separate piece here. And some nice detail on his Wolverine claw here. Some silver paint on the blades here do look nice. And he is wearing a fingerless glove on him. The pants do look really nice. The blue and the yellow all around it. Even some nice white socks on him. And the shoes do look nice as well. And all around, they did a really nice job of capturing his look from the game. All around.
Yes, I agree with Colton. They did.
So for his articulation,
Go ahead.
so for the articulation, ball joint at the head, and he also does have a ball joint at the base of the neck. Also, and he can look up that far and look down that far. And as you can already see here, his hair that does move up and down on a hinge joint, and also rotate as well. And the ponytail does move up and down. And it can rotate on here and also here.
So it's pretty much on a ball joint. A little ball joint.
Well, the head and the base of the neck are on ball joints, but the hair and the ponytail are on hinge joints and swivels.
Okay. All ready?
Arms can well they can shift down a little bit and can rotate all the way around, and they are on ball joints as well. Move in and out. On the arm itself, and also this part here. So you can kind of get his arms all the way up. And does he have a bicep swivel? Yeah, he does. From here. Yeah, so he does have a bicep swivel here. Double jointed elbows. And the hands are on a ball joint. And they are on a hinge joint as well. And I will have to remove his hand so I can show y'all. So they are on a ball joint here. And also, they do have a hinge joint here. And also, they do swivel here. So you can't get the wrist joint and the hand in a lot of poses. Ball joint at the torso and the waist. And this part here does rotate here, and it does have a hinge joint here, so you can't move it out of the way. And it can also rotate here and here. Hips can shift down a little, so you can move his legs forward and back, move in and out, thigh swivel, knee, and his feet can move up and down. Ankle pivot from both ways. Swivel at the foot. And finally, a toe joint. And that's it.
So you can get a lot of articulation. They just didn't take in consideration the hand, the feet, the legs. They took into consideration of the hair and the red sash, of how when you pose it, how would it look to say a background. So in a natural way, because some of the other things they wouldn't think of. But I'm so glad that SH Figuarts did. They did an excellent job of taking into account how the natural body and everything on the body would move along with what that person is wearing. So that's a thumbs up, because the hair and the red sash would move along with the person moving. So they thought about that. That is awesome, because other companies probably wouldn't have took that into account. So that is awesome. I do like how the glove represents along the glove. He has to have the glove on because the glove is attached. All this is one part.
Well, actually, the claw is a separate piece.
Is it removable?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, my bad. Okay, my bad. Okay.
Because he does come with some interchangeable hands.
Now, on the game, you could kick this or hit him so hard he would lose his claw. So okay, I see they took that into account too. That's awesome.
Also, this red sash part, this here does come separate out of the box when you get this figure on. Well, it comes separate from a peg, so you have to attach it on to him.
Okay.
Onto this red sash part.
There you go. There you go. In other words, this is already in the box. This red sash, is separate. Then, yeah. And you have to plug it in to the ball point of the sash.
Yes. And as you already saw, this claw part is removable.
Yeah, just found that out. Yep. Mm-hmm. If Daddy would have left it alone, I would have got to it. I'm sorry, you can say it. What's up?
And also, about the background, you were saying he does come with one.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get to that too. Let's. So we went through his articulation.
Yes.
So now we have his accessories
Yes.
of what he comes with. Okay. And you said that you could take off his face, right?
The mask.
The mask. Not his face. The mask. Okay.
Although his head does remove from a ball joint.
Okay.
Because he does come with an alternate head.
Okay, so you can pull his head off.
Without his mask.
Without his mask. Okay.
But before we get to that, let's get this to his interchangeable hands that you get.
Interchangeable hands, okay. So that is a little nub. Little nub. So that's a little nub that the hand goes on. Okay. So in other words, you have to be careful because it could snap if you put too much. I don't know.
It's a ball joint.
Ball joint. Okay. It's a ball joint. Alrighty. I'll go with that.
So the hands that he comes with, the ones on him are the closed fists. But he also does come with some splayed out hands. And here you could see he does come with some of these gold things that don't have the blades on it. But if you want him to have the blades on this hand, then you can remove this and take off the Wolverine claws and attach it to here.
Okay. Alright, so you have options. Okay. So you can display them with the claw or without the claws.
On the interchangeable hand.
Interchangeable hand that's open. Okay.
And if you want to, you could also attach this onto the hands without
the
claws.
Yeah. Yeah, put it up there. Okay, I see. Yep.
Like that.
But we're going to leave his claws on because he just looks so much better with claws on. So you get two open hands. So besides the closed fist that y'all see, he gets two open hands and he gets something else. Okay.
Two
climbing
hands.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. So that's when he grabs the fence.
Yes.
That's when he grabs the fence.
And you also to get an interchangeable fingerless gloved hand without the gold thing and the claws here. So you can display him without the
claws on him.
Yes. And also without the gold thing here, where the claws are at.
Alright. Are we getting to the head yet? I want to see the head.
Yes.
Oh, we're getting to the head. Man, that just... I'm not going... Oh, no. Anyway.
So like I said, this head that has the mask on
is detachable.
Yes. Removable. Which I will try to do that.
Right now.
Yes.
We're going to play Operation with them. You want my knife? No, just picking. No, don't need a knife. Holy cow!
Just like that.
How about that, y'all? Yep, I was kind of right. He's got 2 eyes. He's got nothing else.
And you could see his eyes a lot better without the mask on him.
Yeah, that's about the only thing you're gonna see. Yep, you can't breathe. He can't breathe. Can't talk. Yep. And Bison really hated him. Saget and yeah, I mean, they got a hold of him really good. No.
Also, he does kind of look like having Optimus Prime face. Because this kind of looks like a mouth plate on him.
Wow. Okay.
And also, you can display him holding his mask
With the other head.
No.
No? Okay.
In one of his open hands.
Okay. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to put that back on him. I think it looks better with it. Yeah.
Yes.
This way he can breathe and kind of talk. See, I told you he didn't say much. And now I understand why he didn't say much.
But also, he does come with an alternate head that has a face on it. You can see here. And swapping the heads, it is really easy. Just pop off the masked head and pop on the non-masked head. But also, well, while you're swapping out the heads, you too also want to swap out the hair piece as well. If I can remove it.
So can you pull off his head right now?
Just kind of remove the hair piece. There we go. So you too want to remove the hair piece first from this hole here, from the top here. but before you remove his head.
Okay. Yeah, he totally looks different without that long. Yeah, just get it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like his barber really hated him. Anyway. Well, so you got to pull the ponytail off right there in order to put the with the other head. The ponytail goes in, then his head snaps in.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Remove the hair
Yeah.
that is connected with the ponytail, and then remove the head to interchange the heads.
Right. So this way you can give him a total facial feature with eyes and a mouth. Yeah. Yeah.
And he does come with one more
Accessory.
accessory.
And it is.
And it is
Oh.
this fence piece here. Which, just like his red almost forgot it. Robe.
His red robe? Well, what are we talking about? The sash?
Yes.
Okay, what about it?
Just like his red sash.
Uh-huh.
This comes disassembled
Okay.
out of the
Okay.
box.
Okay, I see what he's getting at now. Okay. In other words, this comes in a box and you have to assemble it, put it together. So this way you can represent and copy what he did on the game. He would climb up this fence right here and see it comes apart in so many ways.
From here.
Okay. Okay.
And here. On both of these.
Okay. So the way it looks is you have multiple ranges that you can set this up on. Yes. Yep. You can make it side by side, or you can make it wide. You can make it tall. That he literally jumps on, just like he did in the game. And remember what I said. Now, when he jumps on this fence that they include, that is one of his signature moves. He would jump onto this fence. Of course, the fence would be a lot bigger and a lot taller. But he would jump on this fence, start climbing on the fence. And then he will let out a kind of a yodel scream, if that makes sense. And then he'd jump off the fence and come at you with this claw.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And that's where these hands come into play here.
Right. Okay. Because those hands you attach right there, and then you'll be able to fit him on the fence, like he's climbing on the fence, like he does in the game.
Right.
Okay.
Also, these things here on the top do have these two holes from only here, because the other side here doesn't have them. And the reason why he has these holes here is so that you can plug in a Bandai Tamashii Nation stand onto either one of these holes on both sides here.
Okay. Alrighty. So what else is that? I'm seeing it and I do not know. Oh. Okay. Alright.
And the last accessory that he comes with is these two separate backdrops.
Right.
Here.
Now, yes. Okay. Let's get that folded out some. Let me see one of these. See. Okay. Okay. Just like that. Now, that right there, what he has is exactly what you would pretty much see in the game. And I don't know if it's going to stay right there. We're just going to hold it right quick. This right here is what you would see on his stage. A Vega. NFL. So,
Yeah.
that's alright. He would jump on this fence. And then he would go up and down the fence. And say like Rue or Ken or, Blanca would be right here. And he would be over here. And when you heard him yodel and make a certain holler yodel, I forgot how it sounded. He would jump off of this fence and come at the opponent with the claw.
Yes.
That was his signature move. That was one of them. He had two of them or three of them. There was another one to where he would jump up in the screen, then come down straight with his claw. And then another one where he would flip a couple times and come at you with his blades. And so I think he had, 3 or 4 special moves, I think, in the game. We're going back decades ago. Whoa. So, as far as I know, he didn't talk that much. He was more of an action person. He meant business, and he was a deadly killer. He was a more or less silent assassin. He didn't say much, and he just was in the background. He was there, but he wasn't. He was there, and when it was time for him to let himself be known, he would let himself be known.
And that is all of the accessories. So we'll be right back with our final thoughts here. So there you have the review of the SH Figuarts Street Fighter V Vega.
They did a good job. From the sculpting to every which way he can move, and they took every thought in consideration of how a person would move. And it's amazing with the technology that they have today in order to make these seem more realistic compared to what they were back. Because I remember when this guy was a sub part of the G.I. Joe line. They integrated Street Fighter with that time with G.I. Joe. And they just didn't look that good. Here, they did good. Here, they incorporated a bunch of things along with the sculpting and the way you would move naturally in a natural setting, the way the articulation is. And from the from the sash to even the hair. That was an amazing improvement compared to what I remember seeing Vega in 1990 with the G.I. Joe brand. I mean, you know, hands down today, what they can do with articulation, sculpting, and just all of it in general with the mechanics, it looks really good. Looks really good. I'm gonna be keeping my eye out for a couple more figures from this brand, and we'll see. But Colton told me, he's like, okay, I got this person coming in, and I want you to review him with me so you can talk a little bit about the past of how you remember. This guy was a playable character in the game. But you had to do a couple of things, if I remember correctly, to unlock him. But playing him, when you had a chance to play him, he was amazing. Now, he didn't have the brute force power of, was it Zangief? Zangief? Where Zangief?
Zangief.
I'm probably saying his name wrong. The big guy. Full of muscle.
Oh.
Zangief.
Sagat.
No. Zangief. I know you're talking about Sagat. Well, okay, Sagat. Sagat, he was a brute. You know, he had power and stuff like that. This guy was more agile, more fast, more cunning, and more stealthiness.
And that's why... And that's why I chose this guy to review on my channel. Because, like I said from the beginning of the video, I had a lot of fun of playing this character from the Street Fighter game.
Because Colton would play him against me, and then, you know, Colton, he once Colton learned his moves, he pretty much had it from there. So,
but sometimes I forget or don't remember the moves in some video games.
So, but like I said, I wanted to tell Colton, give him a little bit of backstory about what I knew of him, about when I seen him, where, you know, how all this become about. And Colton told me, he says, hey, he's going to get Vega to come where we're at and stuff like that so we could do a review on it. I'm like, cool. And so that gives it a little pass to my background. So with that said, I'm going to let Colton wrap it up. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. we're on the holidays right now, so just be careful out there. Want to wish y'all well and all the health and stuff like that. Take care of yourselves and each other and your family, and I'm going to let Colton wrap it up.
And if you like this video, give us a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel. So, I think that's about it. So, thanks for watching.